Okay, hey everybody, welcome to this weekly Success Strategies webinar with Inside Real Estate. I am Ryan and Annalisa is on the line as well. Hey Annalisa.
Hello everybody.
Looks like we got good audio because you can hear me. We have a good group on today. If you guys have any questions at all, just chat us and Annalisa or I will reply as quick as possible. These are recorded. We got some housekeeping items right here. I'm sure Annalisa is dropping you the doc as I speak, or already has. So you have the link to where to get all these recordings. And the last thing I like to say on these Wednesday sessions is that they tend to be a little more advanced or outside of the box or have to do with add-ons, not stuff that is KV Core or Conversion Plus basics. It's kind of on the side stuff. So if you're just coming in to our ecosystem here with Inside Real Estate, I'm going to reference our learning portal, which is at the bottom left of the KV Core dashboard right here. You see what says Learning Portal. It's on the left side in Conversion Plus 2. And just let you know that don't be overwhelmed by this. You can hang out. I got some good content for you today, but don't stress about implementing everything you see today if you're totally new. Focus on the basics and then come back to this stuff later. Fair enough, Annalisa?
Yes, absolutely. And I have dropped the doc for the information of which we're covering today into the chat, and I'm also responding again as well, just to make doubly sure everyone has it. And thank you so much, Mike, for letting us know you can see the shared screen and hear us. If any of you out there are like, oh no, where'd they go? Just click on that little, I think it's like a blue or orange GoToWebinar flower looking logo on your tray, and that'll bring the shared screen up in front of you again. So hopefully we'll be good to go now.
Cool. So what I was hoping to do today, I'm calling this webinar Boosting Conversions with Bridge Pages in quotation marks. And this comes from, the ongoing battle here, the ongoing question, how can I get more conversations and closings out of my internet leads? And especially as more and more Facebook, for example, is used as a traffic channel. We have Property Boost and we have some other Facebook buyer ads. As those channels are used, a lot of times the leads we're generating are being interrupted in their lives and they're not searching with high intent to buy or sell a house. So one of the things I think about a lot, and Elisa thinks about a lot, is how do we install systems into our funnels, into our flows that will help us generate more conversations with our leads. Now, of course, before I dig in here, you have a lot at your disposal. You have the whole Smart Campaigns feature. We have our new email editor. All that stuff can be found under the Smart CRM and under Marketing Autopilot. But what I'd like to talk about today is more of a tactic and a technique that you can layer in to your existing flows and that you can use as you run leads, and that is the creation of bridge pages. Now, let's talk about what a bridge page is, and I have it right here in the doc. It's a page that kind of lets you introduce yourself and train your leads before they continue to the requested content. So basically, a bridge page kind of sits in between the thing that somebody was looking for. So your initial kind of ad, say it's a Facebook or Google ad, before they get to the thing that they opted in for, you kind of stick this little page in the middle, you sandwich it in, and you do some stuff before you let them have the thing. And that might sound like it could upset people or frustrate them, and it really can if you don't do it right. But in a lot of cases, you can use bridge pages to actually add additional value, wow your new leads, and really start to build a relationship right on the spot while you have their attention and they're most focused. They just pop their email into a box to get more information. They're on their way to go get that list of foreclosures, of new construction, but right before they get there, there's this little page that lets them get to know you, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm looking at Annalisa's notes here. Okay, so why should you use a bridge page? I kind of just said it. Basically, one of the big reasons would be to let people get to know you. There's an opportunity here. I'm going to do a video here live on this webinar and try to create a bridge page video to let people get to know, like, and trust you, to build rapport. You can also use it to instruct your leads to check their email for links. One of the battles we have is that people get so distracted online, they might opt in for something, they might go visit your page, but then the phone will ring, something will happen, and they'll totally forget what they were doing. And if we can train them to go into their email and go look for something, either the initial thing you sent or some kind of bonus content, then we have a better chance of getting them down the road, if they learn to interact with your email. And then finally, I kind of put a little, maybe I shouldn't have snuck this in there because I opened a can of worms. This is pretty advanced, but I know some agents, and I've done this as well, that sneak some affiliate offers in on their bridge pages as well. And the term bridge page, actually, the way I learned about it was from this sort of affiliate marketing world, where you use the bridge page as a place to get your eyeballs on affiliate offers that can generate you revenue. I may need to, I don't think I'm gonna go deep into that here on this session, but I think it would be a good bonus video tomorrow or Friday that I'll drop in the group that talks a little bit more about that approach there as a little teaser, okay? All right, so let's get to the tactics now and stop staring at this doc. I'm gonna do 2 walkthroughs right now. We're gonna create 2 types of bridge pages. We're gonna create one that's a video bridge page, and that's the one I'm gonna recommend. Because it's more powerful. But I know that not everybody's as comfortable with video, you know, as I might be or as other people might be. So we're also going to have option 2, where it's just a text-only page that lets people kind of start to interact with you on Facebook. And I'm going to do this sort of ad lib on the fly. I know that people like it, even though if I move fast, to actually see this stuff being done. So let's do it. Annalisa, I'm going to make a video with screencast-o-matic.com, and hopefully my internet connection holds up here with GoToWebinar.
I'm sorry, what? Nah,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Okay, well, I'm back to good internet today in Florida, so we should be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a tool called screencast-o-matic.com. You can get a free account. I think the paid account is something like $50 a year, but it's awesome. I use it heavily. For any of you who've watched any of my videos with slides or anything, I'm always using Screencast-O-Matic because it's easy. So I'm going to open up Screencast-O-Matic on my computer. Hopefully I don't have any weird stuff in my old videos here. Sometimes I get freaky. No, it looks clean. And I'm just going to record myself saying hello to a lead. And I think what I'm going to try to do is tell them that I sent them a little extra bonus, something cool, by email. And I'm going to invite them as well to text me. And that texting I'm going to do with some editing in Screencast-O-Matic, which I'll show you as well. This will all make sense in a second, but I wanted to position it and frame it out. So I'm going to hit record. I do not live in a van down by the river. I am in my school bus office in my backyard when I reveal the camera. I did not shower this morning, but you don't have to. You can just be yourself a lot of the times. That's what people are going to react to. And I'm going to hit record and do the content right now. Straighten my hat. I want to look professional. Okay, hey, thanks for opting in for that real estate information. I've sent you a little bit of a bonus into your email inbox. It's basically my deals links. It's got foreclosures and fixers, price reduced, a link to motivated sellers in the St. Pete area. So you're definitely gonna wanna check your email for that. And then down below, you'll be able to proceed to the content you requested just now. And the last thing I'll mention is that if you want to, you can reach out to me anytime. I'll blink, pop my cell number right there above my head. Feel free to text me any questions you might have about the info I just sent, or if you just want to say hi and tell me what kind of house you're looking for, or maybe what kind of investment deal you're looking for, I'll reply right back. So thanks again. My name's Ryan. Check your email and then click the button below to continue on through. Okay, so I'm going to stop now. I'm going to kind of move this off to the side for a minute. And what I just did, you saw me kind of do the point up top. That's because I'm going to put my phone number there with Screencast-O-Matic, and I'd like to show you guys how to do that. So quick little welcome email. I did it in one take. I might try it a few times. It's not perfect, but I guess it's good enough. All right, so here we go. First off, I kind of was fixing my hat right here. So Screencast-O-Matic makes it really easy to kind of edit that stuff out. So let's go Tools, Cut. You guys don't need to worry about following this too much. Just know that you can do this kind of thing with Screencast-O-Matic. So I cut it. And then I'm going to talk. Okay, hey, thanks for opting in for that real estate information. Okay, so I'm going to put my name here. I'm going to do overlay, text. Type this in. And then I'll put an arrow in. People ask me, I hope this is interesting to everybody. You can comment and let me know if you want to see this editing or not, and I can kind of skip it. But there we go, right there. I sent you a little bit of a bonus into your email inbox. It's basically so I just mentioned the email. we go. Check your email for something fun. I could get more specific and say for the list of you know, real estate deals or something like that. But that, my deals links, it's got some motivated sellers at St. Pete. And then text me any questions you might have. I'll boink. Okay, so let's get the boink. You can reach out to me anytime. I'll boink. So I got right to that point, and then I'm just going to put my cell number there for the rest of the video. So I know better than to let all you guys see my cell number, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, and that's pretty good. And now what I can do, Ryan's bridge video with Screencast-O-Matic, is I can take it, and they come with options built in to upload to YouTube, save it as a video file. So I could save it as a video file, upload it to Facebook. What I like to do is just upload it to YouTube. And in fact, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do in order to get it on a bridge page for KV Core Conversion Plus. So I'm going to publish this. It's going to upload to YouTube. Annalisa, how did the audio hold up through all that?
I heard it very, very well. And I do have a question for you on like YouTube videos. Is there an optimum size? Because I know you can adjust like the size when you're recording, and I think that might be an important thing to speak to.
Oh yes, thank you for bringing that up. So yeah, it's not such a big deal with if you're just doing your face, but if you're doing a screen capture, as we often do, yes. So, so if I click edit, you see this HD for YouTube up here? I think I had mine set out of the box to do that. Yeah. So it's 1280. Yeah, it's 1280 by 720. So it automatically resized the video. But yes, that is something to watch out for, because when you upload the videos, if you did a screencast, it might kind of mess up your text and things like that.
It makes it blurry. Learn from me, folks. It makes it a little blurry. So yeah.
That's a good Screencast-O-Matic tip. So there's a lot you can do with this little tool for what it costs, and it's very easy to edit.
It's amazing.
Now, if you guys, I will mention it, you don't have to get Screencast-O-Matic. I could have easily picked up my phone and used any app on my phone to do the same video. There's plenty of apps that'll let you do text overlays and all that stuff as well. So don't let the technology get in your way there. So it's uploaded to YouTube. Okay, I've got my video. Just make sure that it's live here. And now that I've got my video, I'm going to take it and I'm going to create my bridge page. So I'm in KV Core, and the place we go to build our landing pages is in the lead engine, right here. Give it a second to load. And then my landing page option is right here. Make sure I'm on my own site. And then I can click Start Building. Debbie's asking what apps will let you do the overlay on video. I don't do it that often, but I know there's a lot, so we'll try to sneak that into the doc after the webinar. We'll do a little research for you. So I've got my bridge page. I think I did a video, so what I'm going to choose is the video view or the video lead. Now, they already came in as a lead, I'm assuming, right? They're looking for something already, so I'm not going to make them enter their email for something else. You could, if you have some bonus that you want them to opt in for, you could say, hey, go to your email to get the list of properties. And if you want something extra, put your email in again. You can pull that off if you're pretty good about it, but I'm going to stick to the video view option here at the top left. Okay. And what I'll need to do, I'm going to get rid of my bullets. I can get rid of my logo. So the way I'm getting rid of those is by double clicking. And URL after the video would be the thing that they opted in for. So if I have a funnel going where people are opting in for fixer-uppers or maybe they're opting in for a recorded first-time home buyers webinar, whatever it might be, that URL goes here. So I'm just going to use google.com right now. And then my YouTube ID is going to be the stuff after the V up top here in the URL. And Annalise has made a lot of videos about how to do this, right, Annalise, about how to get the video ID?
Yep. The easiest way to do it is just to copy the whole link when you click share, or there even. But I usually just go right to the video and click share, and then I take the video and drop it in and remove everything that's like HTTP, YouTube, you know, / all that out of there. So everything to the left of the code is out of there.
Gotcha. So I'm going to pop that in. And of course, it grabbed the whole thing, but I'll just delete that.
That works.
There you go. It's going to autoplay. My background I can change if I want. Let's go with modern. All right, and thank you for requesting the first time home buyers webinar. Check your email. Check your email for bonus deals links. Foreclosures, fixers, motivated sellers. Okay, so there's my tease. I could have made that the big headline or the small one. And then my submit button, I'll make that text say continue to the webinar, so that you guys kind of have a real sense for the bridging here. Right, so what happens is somebody opts in, they get here, it says, hey, thanks for requesting that thing. It could say check your email up top. That might be better if I did the check your email as a bolder call to action. And then it has my little sub headline. These two could be reversed. I could also sneak my contact info in here instead of just having it in the video. And then if they click the button below the video, they go to the thing that they wanted. But between opting in as a lead and getting to the thing that they asked for, they're now getting to know me. They get to see my face on screen, and I talk to them a little bit and get to build a little rapport. Another important thing that's happening here, and I think this should be mentioned, is that I'm also repelling people who I'm not going to have rapport with. So if people judge the way I look, and you know, they don't like the backwards hat or whatever it might be, or maybe you're too professional for some people, right? And they think that, oh, I don't have a lot of money, I don't want to work with them, they're a top producer or something like that, right? It'll help kind of filter people who you're not going to have rapport with. It can save you time in the background. Now that's the sort of thing you won't know is happening, but it does happen.
And I think it's important to note that like the video view of what you're using right now is not a lead gen, like it's not a registration required at this point on this landing page tool.
Yeah, so the assumption is that they've already opted in for something and they're coming here next. So if you would actually use this after another lead generation page.
Yes.
So maybe I should show that, Annalise. Maybe I should build one really.
I think so, yeah. It's the lead plus, or video plus lead, I think is on the drop down at the top, yeah.
Yep, so, but what I'm actually gonna do, so now that I've built the bridge page, I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna save my link to this page. Let me just, okay, hey, thanks for opting in for that. Oops. Real estate info. It always auto plays, drives me nuts. Here we go. Let me save that there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another page that is the page that offers the thing. And for that, I'm actually going to use a regular lead generation page. And the offer will be free, recorded, first time home buyers webinar. And I might get specific St. Pete, Florida, first time home buyers webinar. Learn financing tips, things not to do, and the best areas in St. Pete for finding a great deal. All right, something like that. Give them something juicy, right, and fun. And then my hashtag will be my webinar. My submit button is go to the webinar. And then my URL after the login up top here is going to be the URL to the bridge page, which I still have in my clipboard. So I'll paste that in. I'll keep it consistent with the same modern background and click save. There we go. So now I've got this link, and let's assume I go run an ad on Facebook or I share it on Twitter, whatever it might be, get my recorded St. Pete, Florida first-time home buyers webinar. Maybe I put this in my email signature. There's so many places we can advertise these links. And let's opt in and watch what happens. So here's my Gmail here. I'm giving you my cell number. Go to the webinar. And after the opt-in, we have our bridge page. So now the person's opted in. They didn't know who I was at all on the when they first saw the page, but now they're getting to know me right there, right after they opt in. And I'm teasing like, hey, you can go to the email for some deals links, some bonus juicy stuff. So they're trained to go to their email and check for it. And then after they've watched my video, they have the option to text me if they want, right? Maybe they really want a realtor right now, you know, like this guy seems cool, I want to talk to him right now. So my text pops up in the video, and then they're able to continue by clicking the button to the webinar.
And Anastasia had a really great question. She's like, well, if you're going to offer fixers or something like that, what would you have prepared to set up, you know, that would be automated? So really, when you create these types of calls to actions, especially with that first tracking code, like the secondary page that he created that leads to the bridge, you know, that hashtag you build in can trigger a smart campaign that's geared towards that audience. It can trigger a listing alert that's geared towards the area of which you are addressing. So you can set up all of these little triggers, kind of like a pinball machine, that can activate each other based on what comes into the system, which is pretty cool.
Right, so if you wanted to deliver by email based on the hashtag, exactly, you could set up a smart campaign that sends that email.
Yep.
You could also, if you want to give it to them right away, that would be the button that you set on your bridge page, would be the link to the foreclosures. So you're just delaying them an extra page, but there is, again, I'll restate it, there's a lot of power in this because you are not now just some anonymous realtor who's suddenly sending them property alerts and emails. You're the guy or the girl in that video they just watched the other day. So you know, they match a face to a name.
And before we go on, Melanie's saying, hey, where do we see that landing page after it's created if you want to make edits? So I know Ryan has a trick of, don't you bookmark your landing pages so you can come back to them and use them?
I forget to do it, but you can actually, as you're creating them, if you want to come back and edit them, here, I'm going to do it. After you do one little save.
Click outside the box.
Yeah.
Sorry, you knew that. What am I saying?
Oh, that's okay. No, I actually didn't.
Oh, okay.
It's funny, it's not refreshing for me right now. I know why.
So usually it would refresh everyone, and we would get this long, like, emails or like long URL string up in the browser. It's usually pretty long. And that's your edit link that's in the browser as you're working on creating a landing page. You can bookmark that and come back to it and pick up editing. And then when you save it, if you are a K+ user, they're actually saved on your dashboard for access later. And within K+, you would want to bookmark that and come back to it.
Yeah, I seem to have confused the browser. It could be go to webinar, but yeah, that's my trick is before I'm done editing, I just choose, I copy the edit screen right here before I save it.
And I'll add in some information on all of this on the doc at close.
Yeah. So that's our video. Bridge page. Anastasia, can you go over how to link the bridge page to the opt-in page one more time? So what that is I have a URL for the bridge page, and what I'm doing is I'm setting, when I create my initial landing page, up here at the top, it says URL after login in this box up here. And that's where I paste that, right there. So we can chain together, basically what we're doing is we're chaining together multiple landing pages.
Yeah.
through KV Core.
It's like
Okay.
pathways right back to you every time.
Yep. All right, so that's the video page. That's probably the more intimidating version of all this, but it is the recommended, again, because there's so much value in putting your face in front of people. There really is. I mean, you can get, doing this kind of stuff will lead to situations where people are calling you instead of you chasing them and saying, hey, Ryan, it's so cool to talk to you. I've been getting your emails for weeks. You know what I mean? This is the stuff right there. Okay, so now let's do a simpler bridge page with text only, but that still gives somebody the chance to kind of interact with us and get to know us. So I'm going to go back to the landing page builder, the lead engine, and I'm going to choose the Facebook chat one right here. And there's a couple of directions we can go with this, but I can say, thanks. Your link to the webinar has been sent via email. Click the button right now if you'd also like for us to send you a list of hot deals. And that's same like foreclosures, fixers, whatever it might be. But what this is right here is actually your Facebook Messenger. Mine happens to be House Your Mom, so I'm going to put that up top, right there. Request the bonus deals links, something like that. And yeah, there's that. So I'm going to save this. And this was a lot simpler to create, right? Your link to the webinar has been sent via email. Again, I'd want to make sure that I have a smart campaign up to send them that link. I'll click the button right now if you'd also like for us to send a list of hot deals. I have an extra comma in there. And if somebody clicks that, they're going to go to Facebook Messenger to start talking to you. Right there. So lots of directions you could go with this as well. You know, you could just say, if you'd like to talk to a realtor right now, click to start chatting with me. If you'd like to know the best deal that I know about right now, click to talk to me, right? Lots of things you can do with this type of bridge page. Not as good, but you're using the real estate and the fact that they are hot to trot about the information right now to pull them in further. The other thing you could do, and it's a little sketchy, right? You could say one last step, click the blue button to request a webinar, and then you would have to manually send it to them through Facebook Messenger. You following that one, Annalisa? A little dirty?
I am. I got nothing. I think it's a great idea. I would think also, depending on if you're embracing the use of bots or automated answers within your messenger, you could probably set up prompts that would automatically trigger that information to shoot as well. Or on the flip side, if they answer something regarding more information, you know, you could set up, if you have the landing page set up with a hashtag, you could either shoot them right over to like your PDF or link or blog or custom page that has the information you're housing, or even a Google Doc that they can only access with invitation. So you can create all of these conduits to share information, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the sky's the limit here. I've given you 2 examples. I'm sure you guys each can come up with your own ideas for how to use this, but the key principle is you use the fact that you've got their attention, they just opted in for something, you route them to go check their email or to whatever else you want them to see, and you offer something else, and in the process, hopefully build some rapport if you do a video. So Larry's asking, is this like lead pages? Yeah, you know, this does most of the same stuff. You're going to have a little more flexibility with lead pages because that's all they do is pages. But if you want to save that $67 a month or whatever it is, you have that functionality here with KV Core.
And then also, hey, is the landing page tool free within KV Core or K+ Absolutely. That is there for your use and for you to leverage opportunities to make those little yellow brick roads to have people come back to your website. So, you know, if you opt to utilize it with PPC, of course, that would be your skin in the game. However, this is a tool you can leverage the heck out of for many, many opportunities.
Yeah, you can build as many pages as you want, so it's just included.
You're like, awesome. Yes, it is. They're so neat. You can do so much with them.
Cool. So there's two examples. Extra ninja sauce. I had a note here. I kind of just mentioned that. Click to subscribe to my messenger bot. So if you're using ManyChat.com or messenger bots, as Annalisa just said, you know, it could be, click to subscribe to my messenger bot. Here's where you can also work in that affiliate stuff. Click to get a bonus training about investing in real estate and pop them out to an affiliate product. But I'm getting a little wacky right there. Just for those of you who are into that sort of thing, I think you're getting the idea. Now, next thing, very important, you do want to make sure that the follow-up resource gets delivered, right? So do make sure that you go into your smart campaigns. You're probably going to want to do this first, you know, even before you build the bridge pages, you're conceiving this, and go to Marketing Autopilot. So I'm going to show you right here. While it loads, Eric's asking, what are the good messenger bots? I use ManyChat.com a lot. If that's your question, what provider? They're kind of the cheapest. You can get a free account and do a lot with it, and then it's like 10 a month for a pro up to a certain amount. We are due to do a full webinar on messenger bots. I'll probably pull in Ernest from our team here, who's done a ton with those, to help me with that, and maybe we'll get that done in the next few weeks, Annalisa.
I will endeavor to make it happen very soon.
Yeah, if you remind, let's see if we can
I'm
get
on it.
Cool. So here we are in Smart Campaigns. I'll click Start Smart Campaign. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to go build out our template. I'm not going to build this whole thing now, but I just want everybody to know where this is and what to do. So I would go and add a template that delivers the thing, right? So my email template would be, I can call this one Deliver the First Time Home Buyers Webinar. And I could use our basic editor or the advanced editor. Your link to the First Time Buyers Webinar. I have never made an email in this yet, so let's hope I figure it out. All right. So, hi. I can do merge tags and put their first name in. I might not have it, but hi, first name. Here's that link to the First Time Home Buyers Webinar. Link. And also, as a bonus, here's some other stuff. Now, I like to use this technique, and this will be useful, guys. If you guys are doing a couple of different angles and you have a couple of different magnets out there, you can save yourself a lot of trouble by building one email that is universal for whatever you're doing and keep adding your resources to the email. Because if you're offering a first-time home buyers webinar in one funnel and then you're offering fixer-uppers, whatever it is, it's local real estate, it's going to be relevant to everyone. So you could do something like this. Thanks for your request. The link to what you requested is down below, along with some other fun goodies. Feel free to reply to this email or text me anytime at Brian, right? I'm getting personal, got my first name, and then I could say links to resources right here. And you can see how you can just have one email and one smart campaign, and you would just have, as you do different things, you know, home buyers webinar, foreclosure list, find your home's value, like that. And this way you're delivering what was promised and you're getting them to click on other links within your system, and you don't have to build a new email every time. So that's that. And then the last step, I might as well show it, would be to set up lead routing. Well, I would need to add this to the actual campaign, this template. So I'll just save it. I'm getting a little bit out of the scope of the topic, Annalisa. So you would add that to your campaign. I'm going to leave it at that. And then you're also going to want to make sure that you have lead routing set up, that you have the rules in your campaign, set up appropriately so that that email gets delivered. Question is, what free tool? It was screencast-o-mac.com. Looks like Annalisa got that one.
Yep, and if you're looking for a real quick screen grab, use Lightshot. It is pretty handy.
Yep. Okay, and then finally, so I showed you how to set up the email with the Smart Campaign. I have a thing I like to do. It's a little, don't get muddied up by this, but if you're advanced, I like to also send an email through my Gmail account, and I use Zapier to do that. I tie it to Gmail, and the reason is it kind of looks like I send it like 5 minutes later, and it's very conversational. I've done videos about this. It's like, hey, I saw you checked out my home buyers webinar. Were you able to get it okay? And it's kind of like, it's like an excuse to send 2 emails, like another touch.
Right.
But it's outside of the loop. And remember, the more we can get people to reply to our emails, it signals to their email provider that we want to get emails from us, and it increases the chances that they'll receive and be able to open your emails in the future, that they won't go to spam. And then I have here consider API Nation. Along those lines, you could also zap leads out into MailChimp or a Constant Contact, and with K+, that would be PieSync, to do the similar thing to Zapier that I was just talking about.
Yep. And it's important to note, if you're just setting up your KV Core Zapier, you will find the KV Core Zap invite within that article at the top. So it's a specific invitation for KV Core users.
Cool. So yeah,
just a real quick, there was someone saying, hey, where is our home value? Where would we find our home value page? And would we use that page to have that person input their email information again, or is there a direct link we should use? So all of you as users of KV Core, like your own domain, as like an agent, team, etc., just click on your own website, open up your website for K+ or KV Core, and click on your Sell tab. And that is your valuation page all day, every day, leads people directly to you. And you can copy and paste that anytime. You can also jump into K+ or KV Core and go into your lead gen or lead engine and create a seller squeeze page for a specific area. And then you can build in tracking elements like with your hashtag and source code, so you have analytics to watch as well. So, there's a couple of options there for you.
Yep. Chris is asking, lead routing needs to be set up for a campaign. No, that was just a brain slip on my part. I've been thinking a lot about team lead routing.
He was testing us.
Yeah, it's just a mistake. That said, the team's webinar with Roberto will be at 3 o'clock Eastern in about 20 minutes if you want to hop on that. He's going to be talking about some ways to generate leads for your team if you happen to have a team. So, but yeah, I was thinking about lead routing in that context, and going through this today, I don't know why. Just slipped out.
Because we've been talking about it a lot lately. That's why.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's about it for today. What do you guys think? Any positive feedback is welcome. Any negative feedback, just address that to Annalisa.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Bring that right to me. No,
yeah,
that's fine. I'm always willing to listen and see what I can do to help. Could you throw like a little thumbs up or like a, hey, that was great in the webinar, to let us know this is the kind of content you're seeking? We really want to make sure we're answering the questions of which you guys have to be successful and leverage the systems.
And I'm going to do one more thing. It's a little plug for our Property Boost product. I think we did a webinar a week or two ago about that. This is Paul Dunn, who is an absolute ninja with Facebook ads. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this, but he really knows his stuff. But he said he gave us a shot, the Property Boost, and I think they've already got something under contract, him and Darcy, and here's him talking about his results. So if you haven't checked out Property Boost yet, definitely a shortcut, push button way to get leads through KV Core. Property Boost is in the marketplace tab in your dashboard.
And I have it on my to-do list to get an interview set up with him. I've started that process, so we'll be able to get some a spotlight with him.
Yep,
Now,
and
a couple of folks are saying, hey, where do we get training on starting up and running a drip or a smart campaign or a squeeze page? So, Ryan, do you still have your dashboard open?
yep.
Okay. So there's a couple of really awesome places of which you can go to learn things. The first of which is the core learning portal. Just click that little graduation cap at the bottom left-hand side of your dash, and you'll find starter information to get you going, just like that. And then also, a little bit above it, the support portal is where you find all of our written documentation, and also short little snippets of learning is on videos is available there within those articles. So when you look at the article, look to that little right column next to it. It'll say associated articles, associated videos. So there's a couple of places there. If you're still like, oh my gosh, well, help me, please don't hesitate to contact support, ping me. Odds are I've got a video up my sleeve, right? So just ask me, and if I don't have it, I'll make it. So
Great. And Michael's saying he got 40 leads from a property boost last week. Thanks, Michael, for letting us know. Any relation to Ray, Michael? Just curious. All right, so that's about it, guys. Thank you for being on. We will be back next Wednesday with another webinar, but definitely if you can hop on in the email invite from earlier, there is a webinar at 3 o'clock with Roberto and Annalisa. I don't know if I can make that one on Annalisa, but there will be some
all right,
content
we got it.
generating leads for your team.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Thank you so much for taking a moment to respond, saying, yes, this was amazing. And we'll talk with you soon.
All right,
Bye.
see you, everybody.